Yeah, please go ahead. Your name?
So your total experience is 10 years, right? Myself, Sairam.
Okay, yes.
So in that, how many years do you have this Azure DevOps experience?
Around 6 years.
Oh, 6 years. So at present, you are also working in the same domain, right?
Yes, yes. I'm working as a technical lead at one of the MNC.
Okay. Thank you, Shiki.
So worked on different tools and technologies, not only Azure DevOps, worked on other tools as well. Having knowledge on AWS. And so are you working right now or looking for a job, Sairam?
Yeah, I'm looking for a job.
So
It
you
doesn't mean that I'm not working. I'm working.
no, you are from which background? Just I want to ask you that.
From non-IT background.
Okay, from non-IT to IT. Non-IT
Yes,
means in sense which particularly which.
it's like US telecom provisioning.
Okay, okay, got it. So how many years of experience when you completed your graduation?
See, this at present current job you're asking.
No, when you have completed your graduation,
It's
means
2014.
2014. Since then till now, you are still working
Yes,
as a non-technical.
yes.
So okay, fine. I hope everyone is here and we can start.
You can share your screen and start.
Yes. Just a second. So my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, Shakib.
So just a recap. Yesterday we have seen and discussed that what is DevOps and Azure DevOps. We all know that DevOps is a practice which requires tools which automates the software development lifecycle. So from planning, coding, building, testing to the different environments, then we'll promote it to the deployment to the production. So we understood what is continuous integration, continuous deployment, continuous monitoring. So yesterday we have covered, and we have also covered why we need DevOps. So what is the benefits? Like people wants to do it. So for the faster development of their software development lifecycle and automate the repetitive tasks so that they don't have to do it again and again. All these things we have covered. And we have also seen the DevOps history, that when it came into existence, and it came into existence after the Agile methodology to achieve Agile methodology. So what is Agile methodology? Again, we are having another debate, like we had a Waterfall model, and right now, if you see here, this was the old model. So we have discussed that in this model, you have to be like water flowing towards down, right? Once you get the requirement, there is no chance to get back to and do the changes. So this is for the small project, which was working fine. But as the world evolves and people started facing problems with the large projects, huge projects, so they started using Agile methodology for software development lifecycle. So we have seen that in the software development lifecycle, what are the components? Like first we have to do planning, how our software will go, and then we have to design, develop, test. These all things will be carried out with this Agile methodology. Okay, right now we are using this methodology. Then continuous integration, continuous deployment. These all role of a DevOps engineer. Like what are the roles that we are going to play. We have to bring all the tools in one place, and we have to automate the things. We have to create mainly we will be focusing on deployment. After deployment, we need to monitor the things, right? Whether CPU is increasing, CPU RAM utilization is increasing, CPU utilization is increasing, or whatever the issues we will be getting after the deployment in the different various environments, like virtual machine, whatever it would be. It would be the app service, or it would be containerized. So these are all environment. So that our role as a DevOps engineer. So we have to take care of all these things. And hello, yes, I think Shankar, could you please mute all as of now? We will unmute after some time. So today we are going to hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sure.
Shankar.
Okay,
Yes,
fine. So today we are going to talk about Azure DevOps fundamentals, and our agenda is to learn about the Azure DevOps and the overview of Azure DevOps and its features, its life cycle. So all these things will be covered in this session. So as we know that Azure DevOps itself, the naming convention shows that Azure DevOps, we are doing DevOps in Azure. It's a platform specific, right? Just like we all have used Microsoft Office, right? When we buy or purchase Microsoft Office, there will be some services will be automatically free, like Excel, Word, PPT, right? So in that case, this is just for example. Right now, if we take example of Office 365, the same Microsoft will also provide other services free, means including that. So that is the same similar to Azure DevOps. If you see here, it is they are providing set of development tools and services, right? So we will talk about the tools and services that they are providing. So these are the core components they are providing, like Azure boards. So Azure, what is Azure boards? Azure board is like similar to Jira, and the purpose of Azure board is like we can track our daily work, and we will follow the Agile methodology using that Azure boards. Everything will be monitored. We can update the work items and send our update to any stakeholders or client. We can just tag. We will see that once we'll go there. So so these are the 5 components that is being provided by Azure platform or Azure DevOps services. These are the Azure DevOps services. Mostly we will be focusing on this only. We will be trying to expertise ourselves in this area only. So this is what if anyone has worked on Jira or any ticketing tool, it could be ServiceNow or Jira, or so similar to that. Here also you have you will get the Kanban board kind of thing, that you will be able to create tasks, track the task, and update the task, and you can mention anyone who is who wants to take the detail, or who should be informed, you can directly go and tag him from this board, Azure board. So the second one is Azure Repos. Azure Repos is like, again, we are using Git. So this is the similar to, I mean, this is the Git, and it supports the Git. Earlier it was like a Git, a team foundation version control. So developers, we are not confined, or we are not. I mean, Azure platform is not only for these services. If we talk about, we can integrate any services. If we want to integrate GitHub, if we want to integrate Bitbucket, that can also be done. So, for simplicity, or for as per the organization need, we keep our repos, we keep our project, we keep our branch, we keep our code in the Azure repos, because we are using these services. So it's easy to manage and maintain the coding. So the purpose is simple. We are just storing our code to
Just
Azure
a second,
repos.
like yeah, recordings will be given everything. Okay, all the things will be given who are all registered, and I just want to confirm once. Okay, this course and everything. Just a second. Once again, I just want to show. I just want to share. Okay, is everyone able to see? Can you stop your screen, Shakir?
Yeah, just a second. You can share the content and syllabus. Just a second.
So this is with respect to Azure DevOps completely. Okay, we'll be not talking in detail with respect to Docker or Kubernetes. Okay, so how we that is with respect to DevOps. Okay, or Jenkins or anything will not be coming here. So on rough note, okay, so this is the syllabus. See, everyone is able to see the syllabus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the syllabus. Okay, Azure DevOps fundamentals, all the things, whatever we have written, will be working with respect to here. Okay, so all the things. Okay, yeah. So this is with respect to Azure DevOps. Okay, so the course will be going around 45 hours to 60 hours. Okay, in detail, if you want, like if some people don't know about waterfall model, how the things, how three-tier architecture, everything will be, like I'll be also trying to take some couple of sessions, like where your application layer, your database things, how you can deploy all of your things. See guys, Azure DevOps or anything, that is a different story. Okay, but here we are learning Azure DevOps. You can use Jenkins, you can use Circle CI, right? Or Bamboo or Argo CD, okay, or Travis, okay, or Azure DevOps, anything is fine. Okay, anything is fine. So if you come to AWS, there is some services called AWS code build, code pipeline, code commit, and all of this. So the agenda is to have a crux how you can have. So for example, if it is something a Java project, you will have some reference points like form.xml files, and where all of your build tools with respect to MS build, okay, sorry, not MS build, and Gradle, Maven. So these were, if it is something Node.js, you'll have Node Package Manager, or Yarn. If it is Python, you'll have web and application servers like Tomcat, JBoss, WebLogic, WebSphere. If it is front end, you'll have Nginx, okay, and Apache. So these were some of the essentials. So the databases majorly will be of unstructured and structured databases. Like you should have an idea how you are maintaining. So Lambda service will be there in AWS, which deals about serverless. They will maintain in the background, but you should have even they will be also following the same four-tier architecture like Redis, Cache for Cache. So MySQL or or MongoDB unstructured. You can have RDS or like you'll have Aurora DB, Document DB, DynamoDB. So that is a different thing. Okay, here we mainly focus with respect to on Azure DevOps, because Azure DevOps is having like huge market. Okay, if you try to see Azure DevOps openings, a lot of openings were there. Okay, if you try to see, because this is an integrated platform, you don't need to have Jenkins, you don't need to have again integration with Ansible, again integration with many other things. So generally people do the deployments in this case. So firstly they'll try to have I'm trying to show on rough note, guys. So this will be your Jenkins server, right, where your CI will be done. CI is something continuous integration. You will be getting generated WAR files. Okay. And from there, Ansible will be there. And CD will be doing by Ansible. CD will be done by Ansible. So these were all other application servers. I'm telling on a rough note. So this is on a like Tomcat you have. Okay. You'll have to do the deployments in some folder, X folder. You forget about that. Like you no need to understand in detail how you need to do Java deployments. Those things will be told by developers, how you can do. Okay, this is how. So Ansible will have an inventory and you need to integrate all other things, many other things. Okay, so if any build failures, you should write post build actions in Jenkins itself. Okay, all those things will be given as a service for you in Azure DevOps. Okay, where we will try to play with respect to Azure boards, which is equal to Jira, Azure test plans, okay, which is something JUnit or many other things. Okay, and build pipeline and release pipeline, what I had spoken up to this point is called as CI. For this part we can have Azure build pipeline, and in order to release this, so this is something. So Jenkins will be master on a general note. If you are all working, okay, you will be knowing all of this. Jenkins will be master, and these particular things will be like Ansible will be node to the Jenkins master. You know, right, master slave, because should not have load on the master. Okay, so that is, and in Ansible we'll try to maintain the inventory, right? If I am not wrong, like etc Ansible host is the default thing. Okay, which you will try to have, and you will try to write some simple Ansible playbooks, okay, or roles or Jinja templates or Galaxy if you are having huge, if your company is having good fund, and you will try to do the deployment, right? So people were less effective in maintaining. People are not concerned with respect to these much, and these all infra. So this complete infra need to be done via Terraform. You should have all of the things of Terraform, and you should, okay, and you'll be having different things. Again, you need to integrate with Prometheus, Grafana. Again, you need to have idea of installing, and you will try to write Prometheus.yaml, alert rule.yaml, alert manager, all these things. Again, you'll try to write scrap intervals, everything. So as it is being released as a service directly, you will be having build pipeline, okay, up to CI and CD where Ansible is doing. So if you try to say your var file, Ansible can be used as a configuration management tool, right? And Ansible can be used as an automation engine, because f of x is equal to f of x, right? Idempotency, automation whenever you want to do. Ansible can be used as an infra. Terraform can be replaced, but we will not be doing the tool which is been meant for that purpose. In that purpose itself, we will try to use. Ansible can be used as a continuous deployment tool. Okay, so here automation can be like with respect to converting all of the shell scripts and all the things. So here we are trying to do all, we are able to achieve all of these things via Azure DevOps. You no need to integrate hell number of things and make all of your work very hectic. So Azure DevOps, if you are able to write all the things, all the plugins will be there directly. You can have all of the things, right? You can integrate with PowerShell, or you can write directly there itself. and this will be very easy, and people were also moving towards all of this. Okay, so that is the reason you have a hell number of openings, and the packages are also very decent. If you are able to see if it is some Hitachi, CI/CD, Azure DevOps. So if you try to see Azure DevOps, lot many. If you try to count, okay, if you try to count on rough note, you will be having not less than 50,000 to 1 lakh on a global note as of now. Okay, only on Azure DevOps. It will be more than that because IT itself rolls about in Bangalore, Pune, Hyderabad. Hyderabad is last, Delhi NCR, I mean, Kolkata, West Bengal, I mean, okay, Chennai. I mean, even in Chennai, you'll have Coimbatore and some decent places, Mumbai. Okay, Kerala, bit not too much. Yeah, these were all of the regions. If you try to accommodate all of the things, for sure, at any place like you will be having, you should be able to go to office on a hybrid note and start working. That is the only expectation where our office people are looking all about. You should do the work even if you don't know, like understanding how you are trying to do. They will help you out definitely. So this course is structured on a clear note with respect to Azure DevOps, and course fee will be 5K. And this is as we are starting on initial state. That is the reason we had thought to kept on a very minimal note. And we just want to address, and we'll for this 5K we'll have interview prep. Okay, how you can have the things were getting like the questions with respect to Azure DevOps, right? All of the things. Anyway, Azure DevOps is something, if any build failure, you should be able to do the troubleshooting, guys. Okay. Troubleshooting generally will have errors 1 to 599, if I'm not wrong, right? 200 is success code, 300 is something 3xx, it is redirectional error. 400 is something authentication authorization, 500 is something application error. So these things, troubleshooting skills you should have. But yeah, so with this 5K, we'll try to give interview preparation recordings, okay, and end-to-end and doubt sessions will be on a separate note. Okay, we'll try to have complete some or the other day dealing with respect to doubts. You can share your screen and ask all of the things. Okay, and yeah, everything as per the syllabus, we for sure will try to deliver whatever the syllabus we have given. I'll try to share the syllabus as well to everyone. And yeah, I'll try to meanwhile create a form, guys. So, and the registrations, who are all interested, you can register today itself. Okay, as it is, like we don't want to drag the things, because indirectly if you are not doing or wasting a job, you are wasting 1 lakh rupees, guys. The market is about on monthly, 1 month if you try to waste, you are losing at least on a minimum basis of 50,000. 50 is the bare minimum one what I'm talking about. A 1 day salary is equal to 3K if you have a decent gap. Okay, you can portray other experience like outside hell number of things were there. Yeah, 1 day is equal to 3K. So you try to understand, we just don't want to stop, as it is very important. Even like some or the people are very interested, actually they were calling. Even if there is 2 or 3 candidates, registrations will be done today itself, and I'll try to share the form in the chat, and I'll try to show the syllabus. I have showed already, I guess. This is what the syllabus. Okay, introduction to DevOps, waterfall model, benefits, DevOps engineer. Okay, Azure DevOps and its features, managing.
Shankar, Shankar, we will be also sharing notes as well, whatever we will
Yes.
cover.
We'll be sharing the notes, guys. That is for sure. See, if you try to see, we are taking DevOps sessions, and many of the candidates have got placed recently. We had reached around 1,000 plus placement, to be honest. So, see, these were all of the Linux people, which we had launched Linux free batch. So this is the thing. Okay, you can see. I'll try to show you. I'll try to all the things every day. Class recordings will be there and interview preparation. So this is Linux I am dealing. So if you can see all the things, what all questions can be, and if any of the person gets failed, we'll try to write that as well. So all these questions, how you can answer, and we'll be taking all of the mock interviews as well. everything. Okay, if you try to see, these were all of the interview questions, right? This is with respect to Azure Linux, guys. Okay, DevOps on a similar note, we'll try to have. And for the DevOps people, we are giving assignments, guys, complete assignments. Okay, last every day, who are all following, they can, and it is something free, right? DevOps is free, and Linux is also free. Okay, which we are conducting. So we are giving task. Okay, all the things on daily basis. Okay, so if you try to see, it is something on batch 9 or batch 8 or batch 9. If you try to see, on daily basis, recordings will be sent and syllabus will be sent. So this is Linux syllabus, right? So if you try to see the shell scripting one, it is Linux syllabus. So on daily basis, what we are trying to do, all the things were there. Okay. On day wise, segregation is not there, but yeah, I'll try to show the notes, scripting. Okay, DevOps Essential Linux on every day, how the things. Okay, it is something class 26, class 9. We'll try to have recording. We'll try to have notes, in detail notes. What is things? Okay, so what is it is control. Okay, running notes will be given. Okay, so on a clear note, it will be there, and complete end to end. We can help you out how you can prepare resume, how you can give the interviews, and all of these things. So yeah, rest. So this is something. So these were all like regular file directory instance Linux concept. This is something Linux concept. In clear note, history commands will be shared. Okay, whatever I deliver in the class, I'll be showing all of the things in detail, which is required for DevOps. And I'll try to show you DevOps Linux content as well, how our things will be going in a clear note. Yes, projects work is also there. Batch 9, something scripting, that too. So class history, I'm just trying to show so that you'll be all the things will be shared to you, everything. Okay, if it is something. Still not many classes we had shared in other drive, I guess. It's 25 hours the shell script that we had taken. So what is required, how you can go. Yeah, that's all. It is something. It is we just don't want to portray whatever we don't do. It is up to you guys. I just had given some of the glance, and completely class will be held from. It will be 3 hours, guys. Saturday and Sunday, 3 hours, 3 hours. As we are occupied with the work, okay, with office works and many other things, it is possible to have class at 12:30 to 1:30, but it is not like feasible time to everyone. That is the reason we are conducting the sessions on Saturday and Sunday, 6 to 9, 6 to 9. And like Saturday, and assignments will be given. Assignments you should crack, guys. You should try and do it. If you fail, we will be helping you. So only the people who try and fail, we can help them out at any cost. Yeah, this is what, guys. You can share the screen and see. Do you have any concerns about syllabus or everything, anything? Guys, the class gets started at exactly at 6 p.m. evening, Saturdays and Sundays, 3 hours, 3 hours. So daily 1 hour we are compensating here with respect to 3 hours, 3 hours, Monday to Saturday, which will be held will be 3 hours. and separately an interview based thing. Separately we'll have all the questions. We had some Slack channels, all the doubts will be addressed there. Okay, interview preparation guidance. So we should be able to, yeah, class duration, DevOps recording for previous batches. DevOps is a separate course, right, guys? I'll try to unmute everyone. Okay, they'll try to. Yeah, you can unmute and talk if you have any questions or concerns.
Are there any like previous recordings for DevOps? Like I know it is a separate batch. If there are any recording, if you could tell me, then I can just take them.
Okay, yeah, we are having that as well. We will be, because some of the concepts were still left on Kubernetes with respect to service mesh and Istio and cluster upgrading. All of these things were pending, so that is the reason. As of now, Linux shell scripting and up to Docker Kubernetes. So only the thing, some of them were missing. So that is the reason we just don't want to. And we have long batch 5 videos, but I don't want to give it. That was very old batch. Actually, you will be not getting the content in detail. Like if you try to see on daily note Ansible syllabus, I mean Ansible or Terraform or things gets varied, they get upgraded, right? Some or the other features. That is the reason. So yeah, we'll try to help you out. You can reach out to this number. You can ping me, guys. Okay, this is my number. You can note it down after this meeting. Okay, we'll be sharing the recordings only to the registered people. Okay, all the support will be given. Okay, this is something. This is the number, or you can reach out to the email ID of Dwithi Technologies @gmail.com, or I'll try to send one more number. Yeah, this is the number, guys. These two numbers you can note it down, and WhatsApp is also available, and this is my number. You try to ping me. I might not address, but for sure I'll try to give the revert over WhatsApp. Okay, you try to contact mainly for this number, and you can write a mail if you have any concerns with respect to Dwithi Technologies @gmail.com. Fine, you can continue, Shakir. Even there is 4 or 5 candidates, will continue the class. That's not at all a problem. You
Okay,
can,
Shankar.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for giving insights of the courses and all. So, guys, just one thing I want to add, that if you are learning and started DevOps, you have to work hard. And working hard, that doesn't mean that you have to do anything else. You have to do the practice, whatever the things, because we have lots of things as we are providing. So you have to go through that. So everything will be provided, whoever will be interested.
Yes,
Okay.
that is for sure. If you are not practicing, you'll not get jobs. Yes. If you want to switch your career,
Correct.
as of now, see, many of the people, I just want to have one more
Because
thing.
DevOps is not easy, guys. You have to be every time, you have to
People
keep
say it is
learning.
1 month course, 45 days course, and they'll try to wind it up. But that's not the case, guys. Okay, people were ready to give you 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs. It's up to you. If you try to see Qualcomm, the recent one, they are offering around 72 lakhs for some of my known ones. But interview is up to 4 rounds or 5 rounds, they were thinking, and they have not attended. That's up to them. But yeah, so people were able to give. If you are unable to take, that is your bad luck, right? In an olden days, when job was there with 10K salary, okay, people used to work very hard. Even now, people were working very hard for the 10K and 12K salaries. If the company is paying you 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh, okay, wherever you might be, you might be taking 2 lakhs, you can shift up to 4 lakhs per month. Okay, 3 lakhs per month, something. On a clear note, you should have an in detail analysis. You should stand something. If you have joined as a Linux admin, that is not a point. You need to go to deployment engineer. You need to go to cloud associate. You need to go with respect to junior DevOps engineer, team lead, project manager, group level project manager, vice president. So like this, you can aim and stop not till you reach your things. Okay, we are there to assist you how you can do how actual project, but you should do very hard work. Even because many of the people join for 1 day, 2 days, and that will not help you. Yeah, thanks once again. Shakir, you can continue the class.
Thanks, Shankar. Yeah, Shankar is correct that even freshers are getting a job after their college, after their graduation, because the demand and supply, it depends upon that.
Experience is not at all a point. Experience, your documents, your BGV, some or the other way you can portray it. That's not a problem.
Everything
The
will be,
problem is
yeah,
doing work.
correct.
Difference is there with respect to survivability and sustainability. Okay. Yeah, start check it, not a problem.
Yeah, at least you should know how the things are. You should have the concept while doing the things. Then only you can talk, because in project you have to talk about what you are going to do, and your project manager will ask you that what is this, what would be your what would be solution. Directly they will ask you. So if you are knowing something, and you can then you can Google it. Okay, this is what, and reference to that you can answer then and there to your project manager. Okay, this can be implemented. And they will also ask you to how you can optimize the things, how you can improve the performance, how you can reduce the costs of so everything will be there in DevOps. So you will be very responsible as a DevOps engineer. It's not the task is not limited. You can't assume that the task you know you will be getting. Other than that, also there are other things you have to work on, even you have not worked on that. So first of all, build your basics, concepts, and the at least you can talk to us for the survival.
You
Okay.
can start, Shakir.
Yeah, sure. So let me share my screen where we are. Okay, we were understanding the actually what is Azure Repos. So we were understanding the entire DevOps services and the core tools. So these are the 5 tools that we are understanding, like Azure Boards, what Azure Boards is doing. So Azure Boards, I'll show you the practical as well, how we go and create tasks as well, and how do we integrate that tasks and tag to any of the stakeholders, so that they will be informed that you are working on that tasks, and the team is working on particular tasks, or this is what we are using for this Azure DevOps. Azure boards particularly. And Azure Repos is like just you are going to store your all code, and different coders, like developers. Suppose you are having 10 members of developers, and you are all doing some changes, and you want that changes for one project, right? So everyone is sharing, and after completion, that code will be merged. So everyone changes will be there, and that changes we are going to deploy to the environment. So this is most important, because Azure is providing itself its own way of deployment, and they will give you the template, ready-made template to automate the things. You just have to, you can also integrate Jenkins, you can also integrate SonarQube. That is also being provided by that facility is also provided by Microsoft, but Microsoft is also providing its own a template for deployment, like CI, continuous integration, and continuous deployment. So continuous integration, we call it as where we do the build of the code, either whether it would be Maven, whether it could be .NET, Java, irrespective of the language. So it depends upon project to project. So what are the projects that is fine. So it deals with all the environment like language and all. So again, so this feature is for continuous integration and continuous delivery. The feature is like we are automating the build, and after build, we are giving that code, giving that environment to testing environment QA to test, and if any issues, if anything, they will again go back to developers and they report to them that we are getting these errors and this is not up to the mark as per the metrics. So work again. So they will create work item in Azure DevOps and they will assign to developers who has worked upon that. So this is where testing comes in place. And after that, if they are if QA team of if testing team is satisfied that okay, everything is working fine as we have discussed, then deploy it to the development or staging environment. So once the staging environment is fully stable, the code is stable and everything is working fine, then only we will have a discussion with the a product owner or a stakeholder that's okay, fine, we are going to launch or we are going to deploy this new changes to the production. So again, this is the test plans. Test plan is it is also provided inbuilt service from Azure DevOps. So the purpose is to for the quality assurance, and we can allow for the creation and execution of the test plans and test cases, whatever it is. We can provide the report, integration, and development work items, whatever it is, whatever related to the testing team will use this as your test plans. So the last but not the least, this is the Azure artifact. Artifact means it can be a zip file, it can be like Maven. If we are using Java project, Maven used for building our project. So it could be in the jar or war file, so that the package management will come in place if we are using. So these Azure artifacts will be using to store our package. So whether it is a NuGet package, NPM package, whatever it would be, depends upon the project to project. So artifacts will be shared across the team members. So again, if we talk about the monitoring, because continuous monitoring is also very important, and telemetry is like recording data for the application and infrastructure. So if there is one feature from the Azure that is called as Azure Monitor, that is being provided by Microsoft, and from there we can log, we can do the log analysis, we can collect the data logs, and we can do analysis that how our application, and if there is CPU utilization, so why there is a CPU utilization, and if there will be a need to increase the disk size. So these kind of reports you will be getting in Azure Monitor and Application Insight. So till now we have discussed about Azure fundamentals, and let's discuss about Azure DevOps history. So in 2006 till now, they have evolved much. If you see, in 2006, they have just launched as a team foundation server. They used to have a server on premise, and everything is similar, but some features are not was not there. Again, they have introduced in 2010 with the integration of Visual Studio. So Visual Studio is a tool provided by Microsoft, and it is used for the development purpose. I'll show how we can create a project using Visual Studio as well. So that was the reason why it was called VSTS, Visual Studio Team Services. Before Azure Cloud, Azure DevOps Services, it was known as Visual Studio Team Services. Okay, so that was the name. In 2015 also they have expanded or added Git version, build and automation. It was not there. Again, in 2014, guys, you can see they have came with full-fledged services like Azure DevOps, and they have introduced all these Azure boards, repos, test plans, and everything. So since 2018 to till they have rebranded as we rebranded Visual Studio Team Services as Azure DevOps Services, Azure DevOps. Then we started calling Azure DevOps till now. So still Microsoft is working on a daily, they again might come with new services and all. So it's the nature of the Microsoft that we know. So if you see what are the key principles, what are the key takeaway we can see from this Azure DevOps services, like how it is helpful and why people are organizations are adopting Microsoft product. We know that Microsoft is makes the things very easy, right? So he wants means Microsoft always try to keep the things UI based so that everyone can use that product. So it's a product, and if you see using the Azure boards, we are just collaborating. What we have discussed in the Azure boards, the same thing is there. We are just collaborating. We are just the developers and QA team testers will collaborate with each other using the boards, because boards is like tracking the work. Suppose some issues or tasks or bugs is they have QA team has created. So they are going to collaborate with each other. They are going to discuss with each other. They will be having meetings regarding that. So earlier it was not like that, but due to the agile methodology, the whole scenario has changed. So this is what and okay, these are the simple features that Microsoft has provided. So these are the features. We can say that automation, definitely we are going to automate the repetitive tasks. We'll be using earlier it was used manual testing, but nowadays we are using Selenium or automation testing as well. And for infrastructure provisioning, Microsoft has its own way of deployment. We can say Microsoft is having ARM templates for the infrastructure deployment. We can deploy it, which is widely used, and we can also use PowerShell, command line. Everything is fine, but people are using ARM templates just to maintain the idempotency. So these things are ordered by Microsoft, and as we know that since continuous integration is always important to automate the things, so that whenever there will be any changes, any small changes done by any developer, it should be deployed to the environment, and user developer can see its changes as a UI in the browser. So it's continuous integration and continuous deployment. So it should be automated, and so we can understand this better, since we are talking about pushing the changes to the Azure code repository. This looks like that. and the developer develops the code, writes the code, commits the code to the Git repository. Azure code repository is like Git repository where we store our code, where every developer is pushing its code to the Azure code repository, because it's a Azure product. We are using Azure repo. So if you see in between the deployment, you can see the build and release pipeline. Here our works starts, that how we are going to build and release deployments to the web, whether it would be app services. App services like Microsoft is providing its own infrastructure or for the deployment. We can also have our own virtual machine to deploy, and we can also deploy using app service. We can also deploy using web app. So these are the deployment environment, I can say. So this is the life cycle of particularly if we talk about the Azure DevOps. So when we have to work more, or we have to work in this area only, building pipeline, creating CI/CD pipeline, and deploying to the different environments. So these things we have to take care of all the things. So now let me show. This is my account. As I have already discussed that for creation or for using Azure DevOps organization, you have to create portal, guys, right? So you will be going here and go here, and you can Azure DevOps, sorry, Azure portal, sign up. So this is a free service, free account, not free account. When you open registered this account for the first month, Microsoft is providing $200. So you will be able to use it under that. Once you have already used, your free account will be upgraded to pay as you go model, right? So you have to give some details like credit card details, address, and all. I think Microsoft is not taking debit card, so you have to use it very means you don't have to share these portal detail to means random person, because they might be means do some create some big servers, use servers that will cost you, right? So if you see, Microsoft is providing these services. There are popular services are free for 12 months, 55 others. You can go and check which of the services are free. As I said, Microsoft is providing $200 for the for the first 30 days, and then you have to upgrade yourself. Microsoft, here is the option to upgrade, right? So first of all, you have to create this account, and then only we will be able to access one of the services of this Microsoft portal. So if we go and search DevOps, Azure DevOps organization is there. It is one of the services of Microsoft. You have to click here, and it will go to the this is the software as a service. There are 3 types of services, like infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, that we can do something like a web app or app service. We are using or we are deploying application that is, and software as a service, we are using Azure DevOps. This is the example of software as a service. You have to go here and So this is a new account that I have created. So you can create, so Microsoft, when you go to the Azure DevOps organization, you have to create a new, means you have to create one organization. And inside that organization, you can have multiple projects or multiple, let me show you. You have to go there and continue. So you can name whatever it is. Dwithi demo. Let me keep this as this. So it will be created under your organization. So RYP5, again 5 and 5MSP. Continue. So it is creating your organization where actually you will be getting Azure services. See, so this is your organization settings. So when we create organization, we have to create project inside that. So like we'll creating Devo project. Okay. So right now I'm using free tier, so I am not able to create a public means public project. I'm already I'm having a private access only. So let's create this. Okay, so this is your console for the Azure DevOps, and most of the time we have to work on this console only for doing our DevOps task. If our organization is using Azure DevOps primarily. Okay, so if you see, we are having in the left hand side a dashboard, and these are also included in this. We can create dashboard, we can create we can add something like a widget. So what is the build history, whether how we can keep track of the build history or release history, burn down charts and chart for everything, whatever it is required. You can do you can use it as custom. You can customize and you can use as a pull request. If you see, so whatever you want, you can just add and use it. Pull request. If I want to go with the build history, so here it will be shown. So wiki is again a very good, I can say it's a feature that is being provided, and you can use and you can write anything, whatever you related to your project. You can keep a record of the things that whatever you have done. So work I have worked on Azure pipeline creation. So if you want to take a note on that, also it's like Confluence page. Who has idea about Confluence, where we keep our where we keep our whatever we have done, like SOP. It's a procedure where step by step a procedure what we have deployed, and we can keep everything that is being deployed and keep the track of the document. For the documentation purpose, we will be using a wiki. Okay, let me go here. So again, the important aspect of Azure DevOps services like boards. So if you see in the boards, if you click here, it will explore work items, boards, backlogs, sprints. So as we are following Agile methodology, we will be having sprints like 2 weeks sprints or 4 weeks sprints. Sprint like whatever the work we are going to whatever the work it is being assigned to all the developer, it should be completed in that sprint only. So if you see, we can create our work items, whether it is epic. Epic is like a work item only, and issue, task. So suppose you are creating a virtual machine, or you are, so how you have to mention here, and suppose you are having, and it is required to need to create virtual machine. Okay, so here you can assign yourself. So currently, let me see, only one user I'm already having. So I will assign this task to me, and I will create a virtual machine. I will give every detail, whatever needed, like configuration details. Okay, like we need 4 GB RAM or hard disk, 500 GB hard disk, whether it is SSD or HDD. So whether we are taking as a premium or standard, all these things we can mention here. So if you see, we are creating a new task, and here once you have done, you can just tag the concerned person, that your manager, or suppose this person is your manager, and you have to just tag, search the name, and you have to just give that, okay, working on creation of virtual machine. So you can keep updating. You can also add different developments who is concerned about this task. You can create or tag them, and you can save it here. So this is how your Azure boards will be helpful. If you go here in the boards, see, it allows you to collaborate. So we can have a new task, and we can view the backlog. Backlog is like your task, whatever you have. We can have a sprint. We can create another sprint where we can my new sprint. Okay, if you want to keep it for 2 weeks, sorry, where today is 5th. Okay, and when you want to complete it till 18, so you can also create this sprint. So this sprint is created, and all the tasks should be completed under this sprint only. So your product manager or your stakeholder will be viewing this, and they will have an idea that, okay, someone is working. Every task will be let's see, if you see here, it will show that this is the to do, means what task. Here you can just drag this task to doing, and you can just drag it to that is done. Okay, so these are the features that Azure boards are providing. So if you can search your tag, your task, assign, who is assigned to whom, means you can assign to anyone. Iteration area, backlogs, as we have seen, and queries. If you are having any queries, you can also create one query item here. Delivery plans. So these are basically for the product owner or your manager. They will be going to address related to the plan, and These are the analytic views that you can have, or your product owner or your scrum master will be having, that how long you are taking for one task, and what are the bugs is being carried when we are closing the task, what are the frequency of closing the task. So everything will be monitored from here. So your scrum master will go and see everything related to that. So again, this is the new repo, and we will push our existing local repository content to this repository, so that we can have our repository here. If you see the commits, we can see the commits and pushes, who has pushed. Now we can also see branch, we can create tag, pull request. Pull request is like when any developer develops the code, and just to verify from that senior team member that okay, I have written this code, I have created my own branch, one feature branch, and I am going to merge with the master branch, which is going to be further, right? So before that, he will create a pull request, and that pull request will be reviewed by your manager or your team senior manager or team members. So this is the pull request. Once they will complete the pull request, it will be merged. And this is the pipeline, and we can create our pipeline using YAML, or using Bitbucket, GitHub. Basically, we use classical editor as of now, because it's GUI based. Currently it is not showing for me, because I have to go here, because I have created a new organization. So I have to allow. If you go here, go to the settings, see, they have already disabled the see, they have disabled the classic pipeline. So we have to enable this. No classic pipelines can be created or imported. Okay, again you have to do this notification uncheck or off, so that you will be able to see. When we go and see again, our we'll be able to see the pipeline. Go to the project. Let's see whether it came, or see. Now this is visible to us. So it will again ask for the repository, where is your work, where is your code, and one repository, and the branch. Right now we don't have anything in the repository, so it is showing nothing. When we start version control, then we'll push our code and work on that. So again, this is the test plans that usually testing team or developers use this test plans. Artifacts is also used by the developers, because they share their packages. If they want, we can help to connect and to connect with the feed. Where is your NuGet package or NPM package? We have to help them whenever required. So we have to work on these services, and we will be using Azure pipeline build for automation, for the building for building the code or else we can integrate with different. If you see, we can integrate with GitHub. It is asking for the enterprise. It is not only for Microsoft. Microsoft has provided option that we can integrate other tools as well. So right now, if you see, it is by default, it will be selected to Azure Repos Git. This is the default Git that is being provided by Microsoft. So if you see environment, we'll discuss more on that when we start practicals. So here you can see we can create our environment. If you have any idea about the blue-green deployment, or so here we can use this as a environment. This is the release pipeline. We can use library. Yes, again, this is also very important, where we keep our secret files here using this variable groups and all, task group. So these all will be covered in detail when we start working on that. So deployment group is like a group of machines where we have to integrate with the Azure DevOps, and where we are deploying it, like virtual machine and available pools and all. So I think I have shown how to create Azure DevOps organization. I have created a document as well, how you can go and create Azure DevOps organization and enable the work items, or build and release. So we will talk more about Azure boards and work items that I have already shown you. Work items, that is, so what is user stories? User stories is like anyone wants to add the whatever the work is being done, and they can that I have shown right in the Azure boards only. In the Azure boards, you can create user stories, like go to the boards, and where it is, new item, backlogs, work items. In the work items, if you see, when this is how we have created, and you can create your own user story, like what are the issues, if you want to elaborate. This is what we can call it as user stories. You can prioritize the work as well, whether it is priority 1 and how much time it is going to take, working hours, 8 hours, or how much time, 2 hours for this particular work. So everything we will be using in Azure boards. So next thing is like task, bugs, features that I have already discussed. So Apex is also, the naming is different. If you see, like a developer QA team will create bugs. We are going to create tasks. So every team is having their naming convention, and they start working on that. You can create user stories. Product owner can create user stories for you. That you can also, product owner can create epics for you. So for achieving different goals, we are having these naming conventions. Okay. So as we have seen the work items, we can customize the work items, and we can assign to anyone who suppose you have completed your work, and you want to you want to assign to someone in for QA team or a development team that this has been completed, and you can go ahead with other tasks. So you can assign, and you can keep the track, keep the priority as high. High means 1 means high, and 2, 3, 4 means it is going downwards. So dependency history tracking, we can also report using the same Azure boards. And Kanban is again the same monitoring the tracking the tickets and all will be creating. So this is how the entire boards will work, and we have to be habitual of these things, that how we are using in our environment. People are using these things very frequently on daily basis, like boards and all. So let me unmute and we can take some question before going forward. Let me, I think, yes, I think you can unmute yourself and ask if you have any question related to. Shankar, are you there? Am I audible? Hello, everyone.
Yes, Shakir, you're audible.
Okay.
Yes, you are audible.
So anyone has any question related to your career, related to Azure DevOps or DevOps?
Yeah, so
Yes,
this
please.
is my first class attending.
Yes.
So is this the first class, or is already have completed couple of sessions earlier?
No. Yesterday we had taken the discussion about the introduction class. It was a discussion class. And
Is there any recording for that available for us to
Yes,
watch?
yes.
yes,
Recording we will be sharing.
we will be sharing everything, means recording and notes, running notes. So whatever you can take reference, and you can just go with this terminology, learn this, and you can speak in, you can talk to, means you can give answers in interview. That will be
Oh.
shared. Yes.
So how will I get the recording, or do I need to ask what is a chat separately, or?
You can share your number. Like I will try to give you the recordings. Okay, you can share your number, or you can reach out to the number. Okay, I had pinged you everyone in the chat actually. So if you are interested,
Yes. Once you register or interested candidates, we can go further.
Okay.
everyone can share their numbers who are all interested in the chat. Our admin team will get back to you.
You can share your thoughts, and you can share your feedback, not an issue. And we can take few
Shakir,
questions. Yes, please go ahead.
so who is this our job to create this tasks and all those things, or there will be a separate planning team? Yesterday you said, right, planning, developers, and operations team, 3 teams like that.
Yes. So let me reiterate that. So when we are having a project, we are following the software development life cycle, right? That is like management will decide, like product owner will decide what how project should be in coming days, and which that will be decided by the product owner. Our work is to, when we start working on the things, we are going to create task for ourselves.
Okay, only related to ourselves.
Yes, suppose
so there will be separate
we
dashboard for QA team, and separate dashboard for developers team, and separate dashboard for our DevOps team, like that.
no, we can have we can segregate them, but it's okay if we are using the same, that is being maintained or managed by the Scrum Master. So how they are going to arrange this. So
Okay.
again, suppose right now anyone can access and see your work, right?
Mm.
You can what are the work you have been assigned? Anyone go and check your work. Okay, these are the work that you are assigned. So we are following agile methodology, right? So
Yes.
in agile methodology, there is there will be frequent meetings on that. So we have to give the update. Suppose this is one task. So
Mm.
what at the end of the day, you have to update that I have created this virtual machine. This is my task, and Scrum Master will open this in front of you, and he will see what updates you have given. Okay, you
Okay.
still you are working, so he will ask you how much time remaining. You can give that. Okay, it requires another 8 hours or 2 hours. Okay, you can just mention here. So
Okay.
he will mention that okay, you need another 2 hours because if this task is high priority, then you have to do it within 30 minutes or as soon as possible, right? 1 hour you have to complete it. So this is for you only. You have to this is to you. This work item is for you, so that you can so that your manager or everyone who is the concerned person in your team, they can have a look on this, that okay, you are working on this task. Or
Okay. But they can't alternate except the Scrum Master.
no, Scrum Master is another thing. Scrum Master is to take the updates. If you are facing any issue, suppose there is a
No, if I
dependency.
delete this task, like the permissions do I get like that? That's what I'm asking. Only the Scrum Master can change anything to this task like that.
No,
Restrictions.
restrictions is like you are going to update this task. You are going to whatever you have worked on, you have to update the progress here. So you have to save that. Okay, I have completed. See,
Okay. So I can only update the progress. So
correct,
I
correct.
have done this
I
much,
have
still this much pending like that.
yes, you can update everything that I have completed this task.
So I
So
don't have much control on this uh, task manipulation.
no, it is very transparent, right? Everyone can see. Even if from the Scrum Master to your manager, whoever wants to see, okay, this has been completed. Or as I said, you can have control that you can inform them directly that this is completed. This is your Scrum Master, right? This is this. If you update that I have completed, this will go directly to this message will be shown directly to the your manager that okay, this work has been completed. So this is what you have the control, right? And it depends upon project to project, and how your organization is using this all, whether you are having the full control to uh, do any changes in the sense like you can what you can do is go to project settings. This type of changes, permissions that will be given to you. You
Okay.
can check your permissions. You can go here and go to repositories.
Okay. Depends on this Azure DevOps service, we can restrict with permissions, right?
Yes, we can restrict definitely. As a DevOps engineer, you have the means authority, or sometimes you have the full control over these tools, right? Because you want to control that every every developer should have a pull request.
Yes.
Then you will go here, go to permission, check the teams, add the team member that okay, these team members are going to have this permission only. I'm not going to give the admin permission. I'm not going to give anything else. I'm only going to give the contributor role to that particular team, that he won't be able to do anything else. He won't be able to delete the what do I say, a branch, or he don't do any other things.
So
That
this admin related things also our responsibility. Depends
yes,
on the organization.
yes. If you are handling this, you will be owner. Your
Okay.
responsibility to
So Azure admin team won't interfere with this.
No, Azure admin team will help you if anything related to the portal, or sometimes you will be Azure.
Currently in synchronize with each other.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Guys, I had shared you one form actually. So who are all interested, they can fill. Okay. So that we'll try to share the recordings and everything to that mail IDs.
Ankit, you have raised your. You can unmute yourself and ask a question.
Yeah, I have a few questions here. So
Yes.
currently the project which I'm working is based on Jira. So I just wanted to understand, how do you create a state like into a task? So you have to do in progress and done. And if you want to add a new state, suppose QA ready or deployment ready.
Mhm.
So how do you do that? Yeah.
Yeah, Jira is another that is a separate ticketing tool, just like
Yeah.
ServiceNow or Azure boards, right? It's depend upon your organization where they are using Azure boards or they are using a separate Jira only. So both either will be used. So if you want to integrate Jira with Azure boards, you can do that. And if how is your project? Means they are using boards, Azure boards, or Jira. They are using Jira, right?
Yeah, Jira they are using. So how do we do that in Azure? Like if you want to add a new state, so how can we add that state? Like,
No, again, we have to integrate with Azure DevOps services, right? If you want,
okay.
you can integrate. You have to integrate with Azure DevOps services. Then only you can use it. But here you will be only using boards right now.
Okay. And also we create this boards according to like sprints, right?
Yes, exactly.
Uh,
That is being
so
managed
like
by as
so
Agile
sprints.
master. Mhm.
Yeah. So if you want to track like as a Scrum Master, I want to track for the last 6 months,
Yes.
how much progress my team has done. So that kind of reporting. Okay.
Yes. You
We
can.
have in Azure that waterfall that view. And
Yes.
yeah.
If you see in the as analytics view in the boards only, you will see the last 30 days work, and you can track the entire team, all the bugs that has been worked on, and issues, whatever the issues, all the history will be there in the analytic views. You can view all the, these are the features that is being provided by the you can create see, you can integrate with the work items and fields, whatever you want, the history, work items verification. So these things will be customized. You can do the customization. Generally, we don't
Yeah.
do these things because it is being managed by the Scrum Master or your manager. Yeah, please go ahead. Any,
The graph view do we have here, like graph or pie chart view showing the
yes,
progress of
yes,
sprint wise? Yeah.
yes. You will be having the burn down kind of thing when you burn down trend. See, so it will show you the graph. So
Yeah, this burn round.
yes, so it is very interesting. If you, I mean, so whatever the work items show, non-working hours or working days, capacity at day, so it will show everything. So if as per the sprint, suppose your sprint will say I have kept for 2 weeks, right? Suppose I have kept for 1 week, so it will show the entire completed task, how much it has been completed, items, total scope, and backlogs if you have any. So this all will be provided in Azure Azure sprint boards and delivery plans.
Okay.
Because it's a Microsoft product, so Microsoft has means has integrated all the features. So see, if you see cumulative flow diagram, full report, whatever work done has been completed, diagram that. So how much you are getting into this, you will be able to know, like rolling period, 30 days, 14 days. So this all will be done from one board only. So this is the beauty of I can say Azure DevOps services that they have provided. So it's a one-stop solution. Also, you can say that whatever it is needed regarding uh, a ticketing tool, regarding deployment, testing, everything is in this. And most of the time, we are working on this console only.
Okay.
Yes, please go ahead. Anyone?
Yeah, Sairam, and you had filled the form. You are telling, like, we are asking, like, who have not filled the form, they can fill it, and like who are all interested, for them, you will be getting a new link. Who have already, I mean, registered for this from the next Saturday and Sunday. So we will have a break, Shakir, for 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll have the questions and everything, like
Sure.
for after
Okay.
that.
Okay. Okay. Fine. We'll be in this bridge only. We'll
Yeah, in this bridge itself. And like meanwhile, you can fill the form, guys, who are all interested. We'll have a break for 10 to 15 minutes, and again for 1 hour we'll try to have the class, and we'll try to get back again in the next.
So yes, we will take all your questions and doubts, queries after 15 minutes. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Everyone is able to see the form, right? The form which I have sent. So that one, if you can fill it. For them, we can contact. Actually, the reason is something. So we can contact them, and if you are interested, you will be getting, as of now, few responses we have got, and for them, we'll try to send the link and everything detail. We'll try to send. That is the reason. Next classes from when it will get started. All these details.
Hello everyone. Are you able to hear my voice? Shankar, are you there? So I think interested candidates already filled the form, and we can have our classes next week. And as per the, are you able to hear me, guys?
Yes, Shakir.
Okay. So we are going to cover. So actually we have already covered the Azure DevOps fundamentals, and other things are also we are going to cover. And we will start with the source code management. That is very important. This is the version control system, and we will start with that. We'll do some hands-on, and I'll show you how we are using Git and using the repository, creating pull requests, merging, what is the merging conflicts we are getting, how do we solve, how do we resolve. So everything I'm going to cover. And Jenkins for CI/CD, as we are using Azure DevOps tool, so we can use Azure DevOps also, or we can use Jenkins. In some of the organization, we are using only Azure DevOps services, their templates, their own way of deployment. But someone wants to integrate Jenkins to do the build and release. So that is also fine. So for that, we are going to learn Jenkins, right? We will integrate the Jenkins as a server, and instead of using a template from Azure, we are using our own CI tool. Okay. So I will show how to integrate and how do we configure the Jenkins, setting up the jobs, pipelines, everything. We will cover there. So now we will start with some concept. Git concept is also there, like merging during pull requests. How do we rebase? What is rebase while merging? And what are the files that should be ignored? What is reset, revert, stash commands? Everything we will be covering. And we'll also cover the features of Azure Repos and permissions. So as we discussed that, are we controlling as a DevOps engineer? Yes, we can control, and that we can give only permission that is required by the developers. We are not going to give all the permissions to all of all the developers as per the standard. As per the standard, we should restrict them, and DevOps should have only the admin access, and rest of them will be given as a contributor role, just to use the Azure Repos, for merging, for pull requests, for pushing this kind of work. Okay, then again we'll cover some more automation, like Git hooks, enabling CI/CD pipeline, what is task group. So what is again, what are the app services we are going to use, what is service connection. So these are the interview questions, guys. So they will ask you what is the service connection, and how you are, what is your project, and can you explain your project, and how you are the whole project looks like, and how you are working on that. So these are the questions that will be covered during the practicals as well. And we will deploy our application. So you can consider this as one project that we are deploying our application. Shankar, are you there? We can take some questions, and yeah, we can wind up for the day. Just I am giving the overview of the syllabus. So you can consider this as, okay, deploying deploying application to virtual machine using release pipeline, and the environment would be app service. You can say that I have deployed the application to virtual machine, deployed the application to app service using CI/CD pipeline, and you can also say that I'm using a Docker container for containerizing the application. Our application is running. So these things you can directly discuss with or show your skills to the interviewer, that okay, this in our project I'm working like that. So this is the entire CI/CD pipeline. You should have to you have to explain till from Git to the deployment, how developers pushes the code, and how you are taking all these up to the deployment. So you have to explain all these things. So what is service connection manually, how we are creating. So this is also important. Agent pool. So Microsoft is providing his own agent, hosted agents. We can use everything will be installed, and we are also using. So why we are using Microsoft hosted agent and why we are using, so that is the difference. I will explain. And apart from this, we can also restrict pipeline resources. That is also we can have a class on that. I will also show how we are using how we are creating infrastructure, means how we are deploying our database, how we are using ARM templates while executing CI/CD pipeline, some Terraform as well. Terraform, how we are creating the Terraform pipeline so that we can create the infrastructure, because people are using Terraform widely in their project, and they are using the same repository for the they are using the repository for the for storing the Terraform scripts. So how they are integrating that, all that will be covered, and we'll see again the pipeline for the Jenkins, that is understanding the Docker architecture and pushing it to the Azure Container Registry, Docker Hub, how we are going to create the Docker file, which is having all the information of your project, and it will build the project. It will and push it to your repository. So that will be covered. You see, we are just pushing to the Docker Hub or Azure Container Registry. This is the registry. This is the just like Docker Hub. We are just going to push our image to the Azure Container Registry. So we will also see the Docker images, and we are deploying it to the app service container instance. Okay, so these are the most important, and everyone is using in today's scenario, Docker and Kubernetes. We'll also see one of the services of the Azure, that is called AKS, Azure Kubernetes Service. That is inbuilt service. Everything is provided by the Microsoft. You have to just integrate, and you have to integrate with the pipelines and use the AKS in your environment. So this is how the course detail. Yeah, Shankar, you can go ahead if you have anything to add.
Nothing. Yeah, I'm good to go. But yeah, guys, from next week, the registered candidates will be getting the link. Okay. So that will be on a private note we will be sending, and who have filled the form, for them definitely all of the links and everything, like other classes, everything will be also integrated to them. Like yeah, everything will be sent. So as of now, around some people have given the response, and
Yes, as Shankar already said that we are also organizing or arranged mock interviews and resume preparation so that you will
yes.
be land up in job quickly.
And from next week, Linux admin classes and shell scripting will be taken, guys. If you are interested, you can join. So things will be given over the community, okay, on a direct basis. So yeah, all the details will be given over community. Like I guess everyone is there in the community, guys, right?
What community you are referring to?
WhatsApp community.
No, I was not part of.
Okay, let me share that. Okay, allow me some
Shankar, you
time.
can share in this chat only so that people can join. You can
Yeah,
share the link in this chat only so that they can join in.
Shakir.
Yes.
So today Shankar has said like some in other projects Jenkins will be the CA and Ansible will be the CD tool.
Mhm.
So in Azure, Microsoft is not providing any such kind of tool for CI/CD.
that
No,
itself is a service in Azure DevOps.
Sorry.
Microsoft is providing its own way of deployment, as I said. But if you want to integrate, you will be means anytime you can integrate these services along with your CI/CD pipeline.
So what is that CI/CD service provided by Azure?
Let me show you a small. Just a second.
Because in your syllabus you have shown Jenkins as CI, right? That's
Yes,
why.
yes. I will show you how we
Why
can.
you have chosen Jenkins instead of Microsoft service when teaching Azure DevOps? That's what
See,
makes me
Azure DevOps
curious.
is itself as a service. What I am telling is, okay, instead of Jenkins, Azure, and Maven, and many other things,
But
you
in
can.
syllabus you have mentioned Jenkins CI, right?
Yes, yes, because most of the other companies, most means are using Jenkins as well because they are
Oh,
more familiar with Jenkins. So they are
okay. Even though they have Azure DevOps license,
yes,
they are still using Jenkins.
yeah, it's because Azure Microsoft is providing that much of leverage to you that you can use your own like as you have seen that we can integrate with GitHub, we can integrate with Bitbucket other than Azure Repos as well. So it's up to you. Means
Okay.
it's not like they have separately restricted you. There is nothing like that. If you want, you can leverage as much as you can. So this is the beauty of Microsoft that you can integrate all that services in the Azure DevOps services while creating tasks. Okay.
Okay.
The integration will be easy. That's it.
Yes. So I request everyone that please be ready with this portal. It's very simple. You can have your if you see, let me give this in your chat so that you will be able to start practice along with me. Whatever.
And I have shared the WhatsApp link as community link as well in the WhatsApp chat. You can join that. Only some of the responses, I guess. Yeah, fine. Ashok, if you are interested, you can fill the form, Ashok. And
Okay, Ashok.
yeah, it's not something on a very. If you are interested, anyone can fill. Not only. I have not received your response, I guess, Ashok.
So
What is your mail, Ashok? AJNE. Is that your mail? AJ AJNA23. No, I have not received. I had just sent the form. You can fill that form. For sure, I'll try. I'll get the response.
So you can see here, you can use Azure, Repos, Bitbucket, Cloud, GitHub, Enterprise, so, anything as per your organization need. So they have given multiple choices, right? So it's not restricted to that you will be only using Azure Repos, right? So this is what they have leveraged. Let me.
So Azure repos will be similar to the Git
Git
Bitbucket,
repository.
those.
Yes, exactly.
And the pipelines will be similar to the Jenkins, right?
Yes,
Okay.
but the Jenkins have its own console, and Jenkins have its own way of deployment. But here
Yes.
it is different. Yes, if you have knowledge on Jenkins, that's good. You can leverage more on that. Or so if you see, when we create a new pipeline, just for your understanding, we can integrate the third party as well. Third party means if it is not the Azure stuff also, no SonarQube, right? You have to, just a second. You can add a task. See, these are the tasks that is being, they are providing. Go to the marketplace, SonarQube, you can get it free, right? So you can see Terraform is not Azure product, right? Instead of that, they have provided the feature so that you can also integrate Terraform, right? So if you see all other, these are the free services. If you see Docker is also not Azure product, right? But they have given options to add to see, they have already given this. So we will be adding as a Jenkins server, and we'll be using, right? You understood what I mean to say? We are
Yes,
just,
Shakir, yes.
yes, we will be using that.
Okay.
Azure is giving that opportunity, that that facility, that so that we can use other than Microsoft product as well, right?
Okay.
So people are using on, it's depend upon, as I said, it's not restricted to Microsoft. You can use as much as you can in the, go to the marketplace, and you can integrate anything as of now. Okay.
Yes, I got it, Shakir. Thank you.
So if I think everyone is done, we can wind up for the day, and we can again connect and we can have our classes next week. Everyone is fine, Shankar?
Yeah, good to wind up.
Yeah, good to wind up. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye.
You can share your numbers as well, guys. If you have not filled the form, you can share your numbers directly over the chat.
Over the chat, yes.
That is also fine. Yeah, fine. Let me wind it up. You can copy this form if you have not filled, and we are winding up this. Okay, I have shared the form. Okay, fine. Rupa Banerjee. Okay, fine. So let us wind up the session, Shakit, not a problem.
Yeah, thank you all. Thank you, Shankar. Okay, bye.